Alright, welcome along, SuperCars NZ, just winding up qualifying, Hockenheimring GP in the broadcasting lounge with Doug and Sean tonight, and I'm just trying to find our 54 Sim Racing logo, our weekly sponsor tonight. How's things, guys?
Yeah, good mate. I was waiting for Doug to talk, but he's staying silent, mate. He's
Doug's
poopy on
gone,
you,
I
buddy.
can't even find
He
it,
is
oh
poopy
no.
on you. So good. It's a good field out there, like 32 cars. We've got no yellows tonight, so most of the people will be pretty happy about that, I'm sure. Hopefully you got my mic turned on too, Wayne, because it's something you might forget. So cool track, lots of turns. It's like a fast flowing sort of circuit. Not one I enjoy personally, but lacking a bit of talent on there. And looking at the top 10 drivers, it's all the usual names up the top there. A couple of Mitchells, we've got some Lobs. Shane White's having a cracker of a season, so good on him. I wish I could see more. Oh, over there, I just looked to my other screen.
Oh,
We've got
sorry.
we've got a couple of KRF cars in the top 10 or top 11, so well done to them. And so top qualifying time, we're looking at a 1:37.833. Doug, how are you tonight?
Good. Yeah, Darren Lobb just taking out that top spot from Dion de Graaf at the last minute. Shane White, the DSA Sylvan entry, had been holding on to P1 there for most of the qualifying session until about the last few minutes. So it's good to see my offside are doing so well, and that finally some of the big bucks has been rolling down from DSA into Shane's pocket. Obviously, he's now feeling the desire to do better for the boss man Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really keen to join that team now. I heard there's payouts, so I wouldn't mind taking some money off him.
I've had DSA on the side of my car for about the last year. I ain't seen nothing. Can't even get my bloody logo up on the stream.
No, bloody hopeless. I don't even know where it is. Sorry, I didn't. That is shocking. But anyway, Doug, Douglas Bickley, 54 Sim Racing, weekly sponsor this week.
Not much worth checking out there at the moment. Just tune into SuperCars NZ. That's where most of my work's going at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Without Doug, we'd be a little bit hanging out in the wind. He's certainly keeping things together for us. So, legend man, thank you.
He's not cracking the whip though, Wayne, because else you would have had your shit sorted out tonight. So
I think he wanted to stream it, but it's shit. Sorry.
I think Sean made a wee reminder last night, but I mean, that's dependent on who turns up to the practice sessions, and Wayne wasn't there, so we can't crucify him too much. But no. Sean did say, whoever's streaming tonight, just make sure that they've got their the SDK data sheet set
Darren
up
Lobb's
properly.
On grid. Yeah, pole position right now. Down the graph, second spot. Blake Dowdle, third. Shane White, fourth. Craig Mason, fifth spot. Taylor Mitchell,
10 seconds.
sixth. 10 seconds. Oh my god.
Go.
Yeah, Nick Mitchell. Blake Greenhill, Dane Northdurf. Jonathan Turner the second, BJ O'Keefe, Matthew Gerard, Peter Vandenberg, Dan Turner, Jared Eccleshaw, 15th spot. We're streaming through them now. Frank Gilbert, 16th. Shane McLeod, 17th. Okay, I'm losing breath. Go! Trent
Bennett, Thomas McCall, Rodolph Jenkins, James McKenzie, Mike Limbrick, Steve Darren, Scott Pickering, Graham Smythe, Brendan Brownie, and James Ishwood was here, now not showing here anymore.
Yeah, so
yes.
not gridding so far is Alexi Vigilant, James Isherwood, Wayne Bloor, Douglas Bickley, Sean McNamara, and Christian Hermanson. So,
maybe he's going to be starting from pit lanes. Christian Hermanson there. He's Allports entry in car 48, and look like the only Porsche entry for the evening as well.
Cars in the pit lane. Cars in the pit lane. Here they go. Let's see them get through here.
Yeah, so Darren Lobb, Dion de Graaf, both in the Audis, neck and neck. Up the
and they're
front
away.
There, into it. SuperCars NZ. 10 seconds. Oh my god. 10 seconds. 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 10 Where are we? Hockenheim Ring.
Blake Dowdle holding a defensive line against Shane White there in turn 1. Looking like most cars getting clean through at the back there. No one blowing up on the mic. Oh, turn 2, not so good.
Off. Oh, Shane White and Red Bull Racing entry.
Oh, I've seen.
MRX drifting off there. Yeah, that was Shane McLeod.
Luck.
There was looked like it might have been with Jared Eccleston there, with Blake Dowdle rejoining beside him, just getting squeezed out of room.
And through the hairpin. Can't pronounce any of these corners, by the way.
Shane when you need him.
Corner there.
Yeah, coming to a stop. Well done. Nice clean racing there. Turn 7.
Words we don't say often.
Player of the match so far, Graham Smythe into 13th position, just gone past Blake Dowdle into 13th spot.
All on. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely good to see some of those GT3s.
Blake Greenhall putting on some big pressure onto Nick Mitchell as we come through the last few corners.
There was James Isherwood heading a bit wide there.
And Frank Gilbert joining him across the grass.
Damn it, I was just on Frank.
Alright, there we go. There's a full lap of Hockenheim Ring, and we're on board watching Dion de Graaf. Darren Lobb got a leap on Dion already. Yeah, where are we? Let's find the gaps in the...
Darren tonight opting for the Audi of choice for this evening. He turned up to practice last night in a Lamborghini. I thought he might have been doing that one tonight, but he's obviously taken the opportunity to practice through for a few more cars, and he's settled on this one being top runner. Dion de Graaf, next Audi vehicle, sitting in second with Craig Mason in third, currently up 2 spots hot on his heels.
Yeah, Craig Mason and Dion de Graaf have been doing a bit of practicing and racing together, so this will be there we go. Craig Mason passed Dion de Graaf for P2, so let's
Dion was backing out of it a wee bit.
Yeah, Dion maybe just playing around, having a bit of fun. We all know he's an excellent sim racer.
Either that or he might have caught up a short slowdown somewhere, but yeah, just drifting backwards a little bit through the pack. Yeah, now coming into a bit of a battle with the 2 MRX and 1 Jump Flex entry of Taylor and Nick Mitchell there.
Yeah, not much of a battle, sort of. Yeah.
And if we shoot back to live there, Wayne, we'll be able to see some other awesome battles. Blake Greenhall and Nick Mitchell. Blake sitting on the back of Nick there. Push, push, push.
Yeah, certainly a battle pack going on right now, far out.
Yeah, and then the next best one behind that is the one in the background, and that's got Graham Smythe putting Matt Gerard under a world of pressure. Blake Dowdle hiding in that battle there as well.
Yeah, starting to spread out a little. Might as well scroll down the order, have a look, see what's going on.
Oh, yellow Wayne. I'm sure they'll enjoy that.
Blake.
We're watching Blake. We're watching him.
Yep, Blake just going past Dion there. So Dion just maybe struggling a wee bit with the setup tonight and the Simblacks Audi entry.
Correct. Yeah, interesting. Don't really know what's going on. Did anybody hear
I
what
do.
happened in the data there?
Yep. So he's
maybe
fuel.
Yeah. So Dion obviously not wanting to take the chance on running out of fuel and having to come in for a late pit stop like he did last week, which caused a wee bit of controversy. Shane has indicated to everyone tonight that it would be a clear 2-stopper for everyone, so maybe Dion out to prove him wrong.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That sounds like our Dion, doesn't it?
Yeah, good on you, Dion.
Yeah.
One stop hotel, man. Make it home, first spot. Yeah, Peter Vanderberg getting a bit loose there.
Yeah, that's the painless engineering entry there, Peter Vanderberg. And that corner he just came through looked anything but painless as he bounced up over the ripple strip there.
So what happened to old Shado? Was that Shade there?
Yeah,
What
Shane had a bit of
Yeah.
an incident earlier on in the.
Did he hit Blake? Is that the one where he hit Blake? Did he? I heard a
Yeah,
little
Blake,
bit.
I think, ran him out wide.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Ooh. Up and under. Ooh.
Shane McLeod. Yeah, it'll be an earlier one showing Blake Dowd or Shane White.
Yeah, anyway, Sean's just nosy. And we also got a bit of a pick and mix that's going to happen, which is a highlights package that Doug puts together. Will you be looking at doing another one?
There we go.
I have,
we saw that one.
Yeah, and I've just been building up some more clips today. Been putting in the hard hours doing that. So
basically, whatever the stream misses, Doug will pick up later to throw out there for the people.
Yeah, just a highlight of the good bits and pieces that could be missed, or just a recap of some of the good overtaking moves. So obviously, Graham Smythe's making a move through the field tonight. He's currently up into 10th, 16 spots from where he started. So there'll be a few overtaking moves in the first couple of laps. Or as I just see Graham fall back down through the order after coming together with Blake Dowdle there.
Look at that.
Yeah, Blake's actually hit a few people.
Oh, Blake did lose the rears a little bit coming in.
Yeah, no, he didn't hit him.
Yeah,
But like, if there was race control, I'd say you'd be looking at something there, sure.
And Nick Mitchell, but unfortunate
he's by himself.
Yeah, lost rears.
Oh, big time.
Millimeters from turning.
Just hold it on him for a little bit. I'm just interested to see if he takes a chance to come into pit lane here. No. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for that.
It's alive. Yeah, but here we are, race leader Darren Lobb. What are we looking at?
Yeah. There's another cool battle taking place between Dane Northdirth and a new entry, Jared Eccleston.
Look, I can't keep up with you. Like you're talking ahead of what's going on the screen.
Yeah, just had Jared Eccleston take a spot from Dane Northdirth, moving up into 9th spot. Jared Eccleston, he's just past Dane.
Oh, well, good work.
Yeah.
Right, so
a whopping 18-second lead over current second spot Taylor Mitchell.
I've got an 8 second. 18 seconds? 8 seconds.
Sorry, you're correct. 8 seconds.
That's right. Here at SuperCars NZ, we're trying to make things bigger than what they are. No pun intended.
Yeah, cool battle unfolding here. Craig Mason, super push on the back of Taylor Mitchell. Turn 1 here is probably not the best place to be looking at trying to size someone up, so he's backed out of that one. There's another couple of corners coming up where he might be able to get back into the draft and sling it on by. It's quite hard through this section of S's here. It can pull you out wide towards what then essentially becomes the inside line, so you have to sacrifice entry speed to keep shallow to get a better drive out, because this is quite a long flow.
Yeah, don't you get a toe off this?
Very long flowing section of the track here where you're flat out and just cracking up into 6th gear.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys will be doing the Daytona 24-hour this weekend. I know we've just touched on it, but
I don't want to say it, but was Craig Mason just tapping on the brake a wee bit at the apex there of the corner just to slow Blake down, seeing that Craig's teammate BJ's right behind him?
Well, funny that Craig, Blake, and BJ are all in the team doing the 24-hour together. So,
yeah.
What car is Blake in? Because he said he was going to run he's in the BMW.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he was going to run the Ferrari just to get some practice in, so he pussied out of that. That's a bit shocking.
Competition's at hand.
So like all three of these guys should be talking to each other because we're all in the same team. I'll be joining them to do the 24-hour. It should be fun.
Yeah, when's that taking place, Sean?
I think we're doing the Saturday morning. It might be like an 11 o'clock time slot. Nice. So obviously, for any of you guys who can't figure out how long a 24-hour race is, it's we finish at 11 o'clock Sunday.
Very cool. I was having a chat to BJ the other day, and it sounds like he will have a stream going up at some point around that as well.
Nice.
So I'd say stay tuned on the SuperCars NZ community page for more details around that on when those guys go live.
Yeah, and it's one of the bigger, the 24-hour Daytona. It's probably one of the bigger ones too. People get really quite excited about it. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm not really fast in the GT3, but it's more of trying to produce a constant, a constant split. You know, just do your time, get out, give the car over, without crashing. It's quite a lot of fun. Oh, there's a bit of tapping going on there, I think.
Yeah, Blake Dowdall just sitting on the back of Gerald Eccleston there, or Stonesy as he likes to be called. Stonesy has been inaugurated, honoured, bestowed, invited into the PSR League of Champions.
What? Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah, that's a big league. What have you found, Wayne?
Oh, just scrolling around waiting for you guys to finish chatting.
Yeah, we're finished. I thought you were having a smoke, mate. You said you were going to nick it. I was like,
we thought you might have nipped back to the hot tub and just left it on exciting.
Yeah, got right off Jenkins.
Oh, deep. That's what I was doing last night too.
Which you've never.
Don't lie, Zach. Alright, back to the racing.
Yeah, I see a couple of cars have already done some pit stops
already. Bring up the pit stop.
Graham Smythe coming in pit lane.
Shane White's already been through. Had a pit stop that was just a little bit under 10 seconds, and I can see Smythe in there at the moment. I'm guessing Shane had to get a faster gear.
Look at that angle. Look at the angle.
Yeah. 22 second stop there for Graham.
Craig's not happy because you missed his pass on the green car. Who's the green car? 37.
Taylor Mitchell.
Alright, there's our pit lane times.
Nice work, Wayne.
Nah, it disappeared.
No, they're there.
Oh, no, they're there.
28.5 for Whitey. Smythe, 41.9. That's a total transition through pit and pit stop.
Yeah, so Graham Smythe on that angle, it'll be interesting to see whether they've actually thrown him like that many more seconds.
Yeah.
So, he would have been penalised for sure.
It's like iRacing is so cool. If you don't get in your pit box properly, people, it actually will give you a longer pit stop. So.
Because your pit crew have to work harder, drag the hoses further. Yeah.
Yep. Just like real life.
Correct.
And that's where you usually find you've upset the mechanic and they throw a couple of 10mm nuts somewhere underneath your seat, so every time you jump on the brake and accelerator you hear the subtle sound of bang bang ting ting.
You know where else where I hear that sound? No?
At work?
Yeah.
In your brain?
Yeah.
When you shake your head? Oh, sorry, couldn't help it.
No, you're right, mate. Yeah. Dad joke section starts.
Thomas McCall and Mike Limbrick and Steve Darren having a bit of a battle down there. Let's see what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah, we got BMW. Is it BMW?
Yeah, that's right.
Wasn't too confident, look at that.
There's actually 4 of those guys in a row. Peter Vanderberg, Steve Darren, Thomas McCall, Mike Limbrick, all in BMWs there.
Nice.
But fastest BMW of the night so far is one and only Blake Grenell.
Yeah, there we go, up in 4th spot.
Ooh, he was quite wide there, old Taylor.
Yeah, just getting a wee bit of cooling going in there to the brake ducts. I know it sounds silly, but it does actually make a difference. So you're sitting behind a car drafting on them all the time and under brakes, you can overheat your brakes and not have the best stopping power. So every once in a while you've got to pull out from behind that draft to get some cool fresh air moving through the engine and over the brakes again.
Cool.
Oh, there you go. Watch the temps, eh?
So when I yawn, that's like me getting some fresh air in, getting some cooling in. You know?
Yeah.
Did you catch my?
Is that because you're stuck behind me?
I'm sorry to interrupt your drinking, Wayne. You sound like you're halfway through everything.
That's funny.
I had just put my cup down too.
Oh, look at you fancy guys with cups. Ooh, one day.
Yeah, so Blake within nearly 200ths of a second on Taylor Mitchell there, and getting very close towards this braking point. We'll show the nose just a little bit. See, this is really hard, this one, because you've got to come to a near stop on that apex, and if you give the car in front a bump, it can give them, a boost forward, and then likely it causes you just to get a wee bit more of a poorer run, because it's essentially paused due to a stop briefly. So as much as some people might think it's good to be sitting close through those corners, some corners you're best just to give a little bit more space.
Oh!
Taylor Mitchell bouncing out over there.
Be a slowdown.
No, but it will definitely be applied as an off track, and Sean will probably be able to give us an update on what penalties what incident count people are up to at the moment.
Brownie's got 13. Nick Mitchell's got 13. He's the one who had the spin earlier that we showed. Whitey's got 12.
Yep, he's had a couple of hits.
Obviously, with young Taylor, I'm trying to find him.
Ooh, big bounce over the ripple strip there.
Taylor's got 9. So what's the actual limit for the race?
So 20 should bring up a drive-through.
Yep, so it is 20. I've just noticed that. Thank you. So that's cool. And I like we've brought that back because we didn't have that for a while, and the driving was getting a little bit crazy at certain times. So it still is.
People just taking a few too many liberties, I think.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at our. Flick that up, and we'll have a look at our intervals, and we'll see what we're thinking with Dion de Graaf, and what are we looking for? 28 seconds through a pit stop. So where's our
halfway 20? We still got ages for the if you're gonna. He's got to get to basically 22.5 minutes to make it back in one stop. So that's
so Dion
4 or 5 minutes away. Yeah.
So what I'm saying though is Dion's 17 seconds away from Darren Lobb, and if he thinks he's going to do it with just one stop, be interesting to see how it pans out.
Oh yes, because of the time. Yes, I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yeah. Admittedly, it'll take more fuel, but yeah.
But then he's going to race the same pace again. So, and has Darren already been in or not?
Not yet.
Darren Lobb, no.
Oh yeah, he's just come in now.
Yes, along with Jared there.
Do you think they're listening to the gods? So yeah,
Taylor Mitchell there as well.
So they're definitely the 2 stops. So, well, good luck. So, I mean, to be honest, because if you're doing it, you don't even have to take tyres. If you're just doing a splash and dash, you can be in the lane for 10 seconds, and then take your splash and dash and go. So. I've never been a fan of trying to conserve fuel. You might as well race as fast as you can, and
Yeah, strategy though. Strategy. I mean, how did you win those 2 12-hour races, Sean?
A whole lot of luck and no alcohol.
and someone else doing a whole lot of fuel saving for Sean.
Yeah. The 12 hours that I've lost have been a whole lot of drinking and a lot of mistakes.
And minimum drive time?
Let's just say there's been a lot of mistakes loading the races, and Sean got bored and started drinking. And it's ended up... I shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, cool.
We'll move on.
Yeah, unsafe pit entrance. Rick is fantastic.
Yeah.
So there's been a little bit of an incident with one of the MRX cars. I don't know if it's come up on your data, but it's an unsafe entry into pit lane.
But Nick Mitchell, I'm guessing that was an issue there with Blake Dowdall, because I'm pretty sure I heard him apologising something about ruining the race.
Yeah, we turned the pit events off, so...
Yeah, that's alright. So all the people coming into pit lane now, Don't you start now, Wade. Don't you start about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all flying
yeah,
now,
yeah.
definitely.
So, yeah.
So have you got any? You don't have any. No, there won't be any data on Nick Mitchell's pitting there, would there?
Yeah, like a replay, Wayne, of entering the pits.
I've got leaving pit lane.
Have you got anything with 54 sim racing on it too at the time?
Oh,
I'm glad you got it, mate.
We're gonna have to run it another week for you, Doug. Sorry about this, man.
No, and honestly, like it surprised me that Shano had picked it, but it was to deter one of our other sponsors and probably a much better sponsor than me until next week, so they could sort out getting some information through to us for a wee interviewee type promotion for their product. I won't spill the beans on that one just yet, but you two know.
Beans? Is that a clue?
Yeah.
Is that a clue? Beans?
Oh,
is it like refried beans or something like that?
No.
Okay.
We were talking about him earlier, and it will coincide nicely with next week as well, if that goes ahead.
Oh my god,
Oh, sad story, poor looking BMW there.
Oh,
somebody just missed him, but yeah.
Well, you get our Allports little thing back in there too.
Yes. I need a
I know you had a laugh. You had a laugh when it first popped up. I heard that way. So good.
Yeah.
Well, it is our summer series, which means we're a little bit more relaxed, people. So,
yeah, where are we? Down the graph has pitted, so it'll be interesting to see.
Well, he won't get there. There's no way he can do it. Oh, what's he in? He's in the Audi. Yes.
Well, it depends on how much fuel he saves, but yeah.
So all these cars, they've had an update, Wayne, and all these cars are using different amounts of fuel. That's been the big issue this season.
Okay. Oh, Nick Mitchell MRX. Hold on, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, it's alright. At least you apologise.
Way off track there. Yeah, he's had enough. Had enough. Hokum home ring. Alright, sorry, cars update. Big update.
And so they're all using all sorts of different fuels. So it's hard for the guys organising the series to make it even, which I think is a little bit unfair on iRacing's point of view. The whole point of GT3 racing was to make them all even, so it's fair, you know. Hence, they do. What was it? Balance of power, BOP. So you know, so to me, they're sort of ripping off people together. So, you know, if we wanted to run a fixed GT3 series, we'll do something with the Ferraris. Like there's already a Ferrari one out there. So a little bit peeved, but I don't really know all the ins and outs of it. Doug would know a bit more than me.
Yeah, no, it's I haven't actually had a good look at the balance of power, but it's an annoying one as well because I've done some research into how iRacing gathers that information and tries to balance the power out. So with the 24-hour race taking place this weekend at Daytona, the way that they go and do it is iRacing will go out and test each vehicle to see what its fastest lap is that it can do. They will then go and see what the vehicle can do as far as fuel goes and how many laps it can produce.
Yes.
And then they will break it down from there. So they will make small tweaks to each of the cars to try and get that fuel lap number as close to each other as possible. So that might mean that certain cars have to run slightly less fuel or a higher weight limit. And then from there they balance it further by looking at the sector times. So each part of the track will be broken down into about 3, 4 or 5 sectors, and that could be from turns 1 to 3, 4 through to 7, 7 through to 9, 9 through to 12. And they will look at what each car is doing, how fast they're getting through those sectors, and then they will try and balance the cars further from that point to try and get them going through that area within I think it was a 5% plus and a 5% minus variation to hopefully within the discretion, within the limitations, that by the time they complete a lap, that they're doing identical lap times.
You can have that spot back, Matthew, if I'm holding you up, mate.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right,
so
I'm
we
just doing a bit of
yeah.
there in the background.
Yeah,
Like
so
crazy.
Craig Mason just gave Taylor Mitchell a little tap, spun him out, redressed, and they both let Blake pass. So Blake up in the second spot right now.
Yep.
And
Just
he didn't quite
say that
win, but he
there.
gave him a tap, wobbled off track. Craig knew he did wrong. Taylor's
Yeah,
like, hey,
brilliant.
they're both very quick, so they do understand that your braking zones do shorten a bit when you're trying to chase someone down. So
Oh, BJ O'Keefe, sorry.
that's right.
Lowe's in the rear.
Oh,
Holding it.
Oh, and he gets
Blake Dowdle
tap
yet
on the
again
tap on
getting
the side for
getting
lovely.
caught, stuck into someone.
His name's going to be Macatap soon. How many times he's hit people tonight? He's very fast. Don't get me wrong. He's fast. He's talented. And sometimes you can't get out of the way.
Yeah.
You know.
He's only 14, but he does race cars for a living.
Is he only 14? Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Trust you to know that.
Yeah. You got to be careful who you talk to these days, eh?
Too soon, man. That was over the top. Over the top.
Yeah,
But he is quick. He is very quick. So.
Yep.
Taylor Mitchell, Craig Mason down the graph probably all got Blake Greenhall on their sights now. What are we? 17 seconds. Darren Lobb out there, far out. 17 seconds ahead. So.
Can you just quickly go and click on the person there in 22nd spot?
Roundtown.
22nd, not 21th.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. He's attracted to that number, isn't he?
Yeah, Supercars NZ.
Yeah, Dodgers Technology. Brendan Brownie sticking it out. Hasn't quit the session. He is showing that he's had 3 pit stops already.
And still out there doing it.
He's a couple of laps down, but he's up 7 spots from where he started. So well done, Brownie.
Time and seat too. A lot of guys, if you keep getting down on yourself and keep quitting out, you're not learning. So I think time and seat is, and going back to this 24-hour, because it is quite exciting. Everyone is enjoying it this weekend with it. Like in a stint, you got like an hour in the seat, so or 2 hours if you double stint. So it's just about getting into a rhythm and getting used to the car and not always driving on the edge. And a lot of these drivers just need to just relax and drive within themselves, and results come, because to be honest, if you can stay clean, you are going to gain spots.
Yeah, 100%. Right, where are we? Give Darren Lobb a bit of credit. South Wales entry. Audi.
Of course. He's proven the Audi can do it. So, Dion's the only one in the Audi. Should we put up the cars that are actually racing all the different manufacturers tonight, Wayne, and just give everyone at home a little view? Oh, there's a few Audis, quite a few. And they're all up the front.
Oh, there, what, top 8? And then Merc. Nah, I'm joking. Ferrari, Merc, Beamer.
I was so slow, I was like that Ferrari at the back. I didn't pick up on that, Wayne.
James McKenzie, is that the McLaren logo, is it?
Yep, James McKenzie driving the McLaren, otherwise known as the barbecuing device.
Yeah, I love that car. Love it.
The s'mores maker. That should be a bit of it coming up here as he comes around the corner. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then as he gets back in it, lift it, he's going to lift. Burp. Burp. I love that.
So
thing.
James McKenzie, 22nd spot. I mean, that'd be me. I'd be out there making flames in 22nd and laughing my head off.
Yeah.
Good on
you know
you,
who's not worried about fuel economy? That man.
Yeah. Push the choke back in. Push the choke back in, for Christ's sake.
I'm sorry, Wayne. I don't think the people out there these days know what a choke is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But I bet your new work vehicle's got a choke.
1992, woohoo.
No, that, mate. I drive a 9405 Corona to and from work.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Love it. Oh, so I think Craig's got Taylor. So you might want to see if you can find that in your little highlight package as a pass.
Go.
A clean pass. You didn't hit him this time. I think Taylor just knew it was going to happen, and
Yeah. And yeah.
Maybe thought about the dive back, but there's no dive back with that short little straight. So well done, I think, and that's what it's all about. Fight to live another day, really.
Yeah, that's right, and didn't want to risk getting tapped again by Craig Mason. So.
He must be off tracks. Let's
here
have a look.
Here we are, down the graph. He's like, okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'm in. Oh, Blake Dowhall, he's got 18. Browntown, I think he's quit out. You talked too soon. He's out.
Here we go. Down the graph.
As he finally realised he doesn't need to worry about fuel saving anymore.
And everyone, there's 4 or 5 off tracks, and they'll be having a drive through. So we've still got 14 minutes of the race to go. So, wow, I think it's going to be close to like, do I race hard and not get the off tracks, or do I pull it back a bit and say, because they're very, very, very close. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a really cool battle with BJ O'Keefe, Dane North, Blake Dowdall.
So even the race leader's got 15 off tracks. So
who's got the lowest incident count at the moment, mate?
Oh, I've got to go do this because Shane White told me how to do this. On track, Dane.
Cool, and Dane's sitting there in 10th spot currently.
So,
yes, yeah, that's right. Dane, nothing beside him there. I don't know how accurate this is, but yeah, that's the incidents through SDK live timing.
the SDK model only shows the off tracks.
But yeah, Taylor Mitchell 16, Graham Smith 16.
Yeah. So they're all close to the 20 to have a drive through.
Yeah,
interesting.
Where's Whitey at the moment? How's his race going?
Oh, so that's why Taylor Mitchell will be just backing off and cruising. Doesn't want to get a love tap again and bang those incident points.
Oh, yeah.
20. Yeah, that's what's going on.
White's in 16th, mate, just so you know. He's behind Steve Darren from the last lap. So that's the lap, finishing the lap. So I just saw him have a half spin, so I don't know if
I was going to say, if you bring up Shane White, he might have a little bit of a 54 Sim Racing logo on the back corner panel of his car.
Oh yeah, you might get your logo once on the stream tonight.
Might be able to get myself up there at least once. Hang on, we'll see
like suspension cam.
No, we'll run another week, mate.
Like left rear, right rear.
We'll run another week for you, mate. Your fearless, useless leaders throwing you under the bus. Yeah.
I can see Whitey just going through turn 1 there at North Curve.
That's an off track.
Oh,
that's definitely an off track.
There he is. He's concentrating hard. He's
oh my God! Look at how serious he looks.
Turn 2. Yeah, that's the
Einfahr
Parabolica.
Oh, there's SuperCars NZ and DSA.
It's behind that SuperCars NZ logo right there at the back. Go on, Chase Cam. Chase cam.
Let's try and find this 54 Sim Racing logo. Oh yeah, I can see it. Right beside the Pro.
Yep, down there at the bottom.
Side.
Yeah, me too.
And under the bitter. There we go.
Craig Mason's got 19 off incident points. He's 1 point away. I'm watching him. Should we get on him when he gets it?
I wonder if Dion and Craig are in the same chat, and Dion will be sitting there going, "Hey, Craig." Oh, he's not close enough, but yeah.
Dion's on 9. Nah, Dion's safe. He's on 9.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Give him a little tap, and there's there's third spot, eh?
I'll tell you what.
Who should we do an onboard with?
Well, you'll be doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it tonight.
I'll do it.
Doug.
Yep.
Yeah, do it on Craig.
Should we do it on Craig or Blake?
Blake.
They're in second.
Yeah,
Craig hunting him down wouldn't be a bad one either. Hunting down Blake.
How close are they? Oh yeah, not bad.
Yeah, cool. They're still just around the back here. This is turn 11 that they're just going through here. Mobile 1 curve. So there is a total of 16 turns on this track. We see them go around turn 12. That's Blake Grenhall there in the distance in the Property Edge BMW. Craig going through turn 15 by pit entry and hooking it into the corner early. Second gear, powering it up. Coming up over the start finish line into turn 1, the Nord curve. One turn back down to 4th, get a bit of grip, power it back out. Straight shot down here, grab it up into 5th. Deep under brakes, but early you don't want to overshoot this. You want to get tucked in really close to this apex, clip the inside curve. See Craig just keeping it nice and tight through turn and 3, out of 4 through Infart Parabolica there. And this is the massive turn number 5 Parabolica. It's the longest section of flat out for the race. The short circuit turned off just before there to the right. Nice and deep under brakes. Probably just a bit of overshot there, I was going to say, but Craig very, very good on the brakes there. He would have said he had it all under control through turn 6 and the Spitzkern corner there. It's the tightest corner on track. Flat out through turn 7 up to turn 8, the Mercedes. That's through turn 8, lap traffic, Matt Gerard possibly getting out of the way through 9 and 10. A short lift there at 10 because it shortens up and you don't want to be hitting that ripple strip out on the left hand side as we've seen a few tonight. Back down a gear to come in through turn 11, the Mobile 1 curve. Don't want to run wide, there's a sand trap out there that'll kill you. This is turn 12, flat out, up at 2 gears. Yep. Nice and flat through 13, 14, back down 2 gears for 15, by pit lane entry, hug it wide, turn it in early, down in second gear and punch it back out the other side of 16, which is Sud curve, and back across the start finish line to complete a lap of Hockenheimring.
Holy hell, Sean, I think these guys are leaving us behind, mate. Eh?
I think Sean has popped out to. No, I think he's probably popped into the KRF chat just to have a chat to Craig and Dion if we want to bring them up and see how Craig's feeling, with Craig sitting on 19 incident points. If he's going to be overly defensive. That's Darren Lobb coming up behind Craig Mason, having a look at the inside line. Craig holding out wide, very wide. There's Dion there. These guys going to nearly have both of them
one
here.
Little
Dion.
tap,
oh.
One little tap, and he's running through pit lane. Yeah.
I think Craig's floating with a 0x car contact there as he switches back across the back bumper of Dion. And Dion, well done. 2 cars in about the space of 3 corners up into second spot. But if we watch on Darren Lobb here, it won't take very long for him to knuckle it out and put down some boogie. Welcome back, Macatap.
Yeah, I just had to go get the inside.
What are the boys saying?
Fill us in, man.
I was basically laughing at someone on 19 incident points, and we just laughed and laughed and laughed. That's all it was about. You said no, there was a 0 contact with Taylor Mitchell earlier, so he was quite happy with that as he comes into the pit.
Craig Mason. Is that the second pit stop, is it?
It is the second, so
one.
Obviously Darren Lobb the lap before did his, Craig's coming to do his one.
So Dion's still on 1. I'm very interested to see if Dion can stretch out another 11 minutes of racing.
I don't think he can. Like, I just don't see it. I'd say
it'll be very interesting to see whether the fuel saving he did at the start will factor in enough time to bring himself up closer to the front, or to be able to get hold of Blake Grenhall, who is now showing as P1 Blake Grenhall there.
Yeah, so Blake's only was on like 4 incident points when I was looking. So I said, Craig, so he's on 4, you're on 19. What's the go?
Oh, very cool.
He had nothing. He just said, no, Blake's a very tidy driver. So, although when he does get into contact, he's definitely on the mic straight away, isn't he?
There was Blake there just saying thank you to James McKenzie and the flame-throwing Batman Mobile, getting out of the way of the lead traffic going on by. Blake was probably hoping that he would have held up Dion de Graaf there a little bit in P2. With the timing gap there between Blake and Dion down to 1.7 seconds.
Where are we? Intervals. There we go. No.
So this is one to watch. So neither of them have had 2 stops.
Yeah, we
Blake,
pit stop.
Correct. I
isn't
think
it?
there's
Blake's in. Dion's in.
and Dion turned in very late to make it in as well, as he's come into pit lane following him.
3
And
minutes.
like I said a few weeks ago, really good place to be able to capitalise on some distance coming into pit lane as you're chasing another car. Because if Blake was being overly cautious coming in, he might have slowed down a bit earlier, not really pushed the boundary marker of that yellow cone. Dion, maybe a wee bit more practice coming into pit lane, could have closed up a small margin. So what's the gap now between Dion and Blake?
Yeah, so 3 seconds, or 2.5, somewhere around there.
Okay, so yeah, Blake has been able to get out very smartly on the second stop. Second stop for Blake was just a whopping 7 seconds versus Dion's 7.5. So that's where that extra half second comes from that 1.8. And what about Mr. Lobb? Has he taken two stops?
Yeah, he's taken.
He has.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. So Darren Lobb absolutely creaming the field at the moment, and I can confirm is 18 seconds ahead of.
Oh, you're gonna write
down
this
second.
You must have known.
I must have known. It's
Yeah.
like I knew.
Yeah, but
Shane,
man of the race tonight. If he can keep it on track, because anything can happen at SuperCars NZ.
That's it. And
Back
the
markers.
only other, you never know, eh? Darren doing really good lap times as well. By the way, his last there was a 137.8 versus Blake's 140.6. So. Yeah, the next person sort of rivaling Darren would be Brett O'Keefe on a 38.5. Craig Mason just doing a 38.2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blake Dowdle, another one, a 38.1. So yeah, the guys that are at the pointy end of the field, would you believe it? They're doing the fastest times.
Yeah, last lap times there. Cheers for that. Good data, innit? Steve Darren, 2.5 minutes.
There must have been a pit stop lap there for him.
So while we're winding this up with only 3 minutes to go, or 2 minutes to go, just big thank you to Allports Gaming. Cheers for your sponsorship. We always appreciate it here. The drivers appreciate it. They get your money eventually, and hopefully you get their money in the big roundabout. That's how it works, isn't it? iRacing.com, thank you very much for the platform. To all the drivers, cheers for coming along. This is going to be a great end to the race. I see you.
It's their league, isn't it?
It's the drivers' league. It's all about the drivers. So I'm going to have to leave you guys to finish it. And we'll catch up soon.
Right, well, you enjoy the rest of your evening there, Macca, and a big happy birthday to your son.
Yes.
Get him to tune in to the stream.
Craig Mason
a shout out later.
Sorry.
Go!
Oh, and that'll be his drive-through. Oh, he's turning around.
Way
off there. Is this a second?
He missed pit lane entry. Oh no! Oh, you tell me what happened later, boys. Gotta go.
Alright, sweet. Alright, back to live. Awesome.
Oh.
Alright, what do we got? 45 seconds. How's our lap times looking? We're finishing the race. Where are we?
There we go. Awesome stuff. Yeah, Darren Lobb, a whopping 19 seconds ahead. Would you believe it? Shane White just pulled into the pits for a third stop. I wonder if he's earned himself a drive-through.
Yeah, let's see what the...
He's driving, and he's exiting. Yep, so that's Shane White.
Yeah,
he got a drive-through.
Penalty, wow.
I don't think he's lost any positions though, but he's got Shane McLeod closing. So luckily enough for Shane, I think the deficit that he had behind Dane Nothdurf there in 9th was enough rolling through that he wasn't able to claim that position towards the end, but has been able to hold on to that spot. So yeah, tough track even for one of the admin and series creator. Earning himself a drive-through. Unfortunately for Shane there, earning some penalties at the start. Darren Lobb is showing has finished the race. Well done, Darren. Blake Grenhall picking up a P2. That's going to be one of his best results finishing now. Dion de Graaf in 3rd, Blake Dowdall 4th. That's a massive recovery. And Brett O'Keefe wrapping up P5. And Craig Mason showing as finished the race in 6th, rolling through pit lane to serve his penalty.
yeah, well done.
This is Taylor Mitchell coming across the line with a new follower coming in 8th spot, Jared Eccleston. Awesome stuff, Stonesy. Well done, mate. I saw you put the post up earlier, sharing it out to your friends in whānau. Telling people to tune in to watch you cause some havoc tonight, and you've done it in the best way possible. You feel free to celebrate that one, mate.
Yeah, definitely top 10 Supercars NZ is very difficult, so wicked.
It is, yeah. Dane Northdurf there wrapped up 9, and Shane White in P10. Well done, and the guys in the background talking about bringing on the 24-hour on the weekend. As you can see, a few of those names. Blake Grenhall there in P2, along with BJ O'Keefe in 5 and Craig Mason there in 6. Teammates for this weekend, Bathurst the Daytona 24-hour. Make sure you tune in. Like and follow the Supercars NZ community page on Facebook. There'll be a few other people racing on the weekend, including Sylvan Motorsport DSA entry with Shane White and his crew. All of those guys will be sharing their live streams of their personal teams onto the Supercars NZ community page. So yeah, what an awesome evening tonight here. Hockenheimring GP round 5 of the Allports Gaming Supercars NZ Summer Series.
All good.
Big thanks from me, 54 Sim Racing. Shout out to you, Wayne. And yeah, it's been another awesome evening of racing, fun and excitement.
Yeah, wicked. Cheers, man. And honestly, I don't believe your confidence in the streaming and how far you've come, man. It's incredible. You're
I learned from the master.
You're all over it, man.
I learned from the master.
No. You know what I mean. You are so into this league. It's incredible, man. It's brilliant to see. Certainly,
I love it.
Certainly a credit to Supercars NZ, and
thank you.
Yeah, very cool. All right, let's
Yeah.
take a bit of time, and then we'll head to the Piston Cup on Friday night, eh?
Yep, we will, and stay tuned for another update this weekend. There'll be another pick and mix video coming out, and hopefully very soon, just a wee taste test. We're going to have a cool, very new Supercars NZ intro to be showing to everyone once that's finalised, with some race clips going up into the video that my mate Jack Hintz from Race Motion is creating at the moment. So shout out to Jack. Can't wait to see the final product on that, and can't wait to show you guys at home our new Supercars NZ intro.
Mean legend. All right, have a good night.